Hi, I'm Kyle Burke, and today on Marketing Matters, we're going to talk about the difference between marketing and advertising. We've all heard the saying, you don't sell the steak, you sell the sizzle. And I think that's a perfect way to describe the difference between marketing and advertising. Marketing is the sizzle. It's the thing that makes your product or your service offering unique that you're going to use to entice your customers. Advertising is more of the steak. It's the tangible product that you actually have that you want to be able to get in front of your customers. Without the steak, you don't have any sizzle. But without the sizzle, you're never going to be able to sell the steak. Oftentimes, people think of marketing and advertising as the same thing, but that's not entirely accurate. And if you don't know the difference between the two, it can really get you into some trouble down the road. When it comes to marketing, where do we even start? There's enough about that topic that we can spend this entire blog talking about it and probably barely even scratch the surface. But today, we really want to just focus on the basics. When it comes to marketing, it's really just the process or the techniques that you're using to promote, to sell, and to distribute the product or the service offering that you have. Put simply, it's everything you're doing to grow your business, whether you realize you're doing it or not. Marketing is essentially just finding the market that you want your product to be in, and then finding a way to get your product there. The relationships that you're building when you're doing things like going to trade shows, having sales calls, attending business meetings, you might just feel like that's part of the job, but that's really the boots on the ground marketing that you need to be doing to make any business successful. The connections that you're making through those opportunities and the seeds that you're planting with your potential audience are really going to be the key to your success. Because the truth is, no one buys from a brand they don't trust and they don't know. So marketing should really be used to help build awareness of and trust for the brand that you have that you're trying to create and get out to your potential audience. So now let's move on and talk a little bit about advertising. It often feels like that if you advertise your product, people are just going to buy it. And that really couldn't be further from the truth. Advertising should work alongside your marketing strategy. It should be a part of it, but it should really just complement the bigger picture strategy that you have for your brand. It should really be used to provide key information to those potential customers as they're moving along their buyer's journey. It should not be the only source of marketing that you have, especially if you're starting a business from scratch. You want to use marketing and advertising in different ways, and advertising should be used to reach those new customers at the very beginning of their buyer's journey, and it can be used to take the place of those face-to-face meetings that you're going to have when you're reaching potential audiences that you haven't been in front of before. You want to use advertising similarly to how you would develop a professional relationship with someone. You want to start that relationship off with talking a little bit about who you are. Then you want to move into more of why you're in this space, why you're offering the product or the service that you have out there right now. And then only once they've shown an interest in the product or the service that you have, that's when you really want to get into the details and the specifics of why what you have to offer is right for them and why they should want to do business with you. It's the exact same strategy for advertising as it is for building a relationship. There's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and you have to tailor it to those needs of your audience or of your potential customer. You want to use different advertisements to engage that potential customer at every step of their buyer's journey as they're moving from awareness into considering what's right for them and then eventually into making that purchase decision. The main takeaway that we want to leave you with here is that you can grow your brand, you can build a successful business through marketing without ever doing any actual advertising. Those relationships that you make, the connections that you have with people can really support your business and help you grow without putting dollars behind an advertising budget. If you do choose to utilize advertising, it should be a targeted strategy that complements the big picture of what you're looking to accomplish with your brand. You want to use advertising to deliver those key pieces of information to potential customers as they're moving through their buyer's journey. Thanks for joining us today on Marketing Matters. We hope you took something away from this that you found valuable, and we appreciate you tuning in.